on the efforts for opposition unity. Tomorrow is the big opposition meet in Patna that's been put together by Nitish Kumar. But now the Aam Aadmi Party has issued a threat to the Congress, an ultimatum in a sense, saying if the Congress does not make its stand clear on the centre's, on the issue of the centre and the ordinance that was brought out by the centre, then the Aam Aadmi Party threatens to walk out of this opposition meet. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal has been meeting opposition leaders across the country to get support for this move against the centre's ordinance. Let's go across to Ankit now for more. And Ankit, for a while now, AAP has been asking the Congress to make its stand clear. But now, just on the eve of this big opposition meeting, an ultimatum to the Congress.
Well, that's right, Gargi. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and the convener of the party had asked, it's been about 3 weeks that he had asked for a meeting and an appointment with Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. That meeting is still to happen. It seems that the patience as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is running out on the very important issue of the ordinance which was brought against the Supreme Court after the Supreme Court gave the rights to the Delhi government as far as the transfer and postings of bureaucrats are concerned. The ordinance of the central government, issued by the MHA, completely overturned in many sense that order. The Aam Aadmi Party is also leveraging. They are trying to use this as a pressure tactic ahead of the opposition meeting. Though Mr. Kejriwal, Mr. Bhagwant Mann, along with Raghav Chadha and Sanjay Singh, the two Rajya Sabha MPs of the Aam Aadmi Party, are in Patna. They already, have reached, if I'm not mistaken, Patna, and they will be attending the opposition meeting. But they have put a condition. They have said that tomorrow there will be a discussion as far as the ordinance is concerned, and if the Congress is not committed with the Aam Aadmi Party on the ordinance issue, then the Aam Aadmi Party is going to walk out of that opposition meeting. So they will be present, but they will walk out, and they have also said that till the time the Congress doesn't commit to it, because for them they are presenting it as the test of the opposition unity. So if the Congress party doesn't commit to supporting the Aam Aadmi Party as far as the Delhi ordinance is concerned, then the Aam Aadmi Party will refrain from any future engagements as far as the opposition unity is concerned, where Congress is also a member. We have already seen that this effort of the opposition unity, that there are Mayawati today pulled out. It was not, though the opposition leaders are saying that they were not expecting much support from her, from the BSP, but a very surprising move, and that Mr. KCR is also not going to be present there. The reason is because Congress and KCR, the BRS party, both are, in Telangana, fighting against each other. Congress is hoping for a revival as far as the state of Telangana is concerned, and that is the reason why Mr. KCR is not there. Now, with Arvind Kejriwal also putting a condition, it once again brings forward the many difficulties of putting such a rainbow coalition against Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP ahead of the 2024 elections.
Right, and Ankit, once again, it's the local factions that are really coming in the way of this larger opposition unity, because we know the Congress, in terms of, whether or not it's going to support the AAP stand on the centre's ordinance. We do know that, local leaders in Delhi like Ajay Makan have spoken out against supporting the AAP on the ordinance issue, and some leaders in Punjab as well.
These are the two states where Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, in fact, the Congress feels that they have lost these two states or have suffered at the hands of the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, Aam Aadmi Party going forward wants complete control as far as Punjab and Delhi is concerned. The leaders in Delhi are of the opinion that Arvind Kejriwal has made his political capital by largely opposing the Congress party. It is on the perceived support of the Congress party that the Aam Aadmi Party has been able to grow and build a strong foundation. That is why these leaders feel that if there is some sort of a support or the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress play together, then the Congress's chances of any revival in these states will be completely zero. And that's the fear that the local leaders, both in Delhi and Punjab, do not want any business as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. More so in Punjab, where the Congress party, though, has 8 MPs out of the 13 in the state of Punjab. They do feel that with the BJP not a big factor as far as Punjab is concerned, they still feel that on the ground, they have the machinery to take on the Aam Aadmi Party, despite the massive drubbing that they got in the last assembly elections and the recently concluded Lok Sabha by-election as well. These are the contradictions, as you very rightly put, that, the local considerations versus a very big national narrative ahead of 2024, whether it's the regional gains that these parties are looking at or a larger national narrative for 2024, that also tells you the conundrum, or at least the confusion as far as the opposition unity is concerned.
Right. And Ankit, coming back to this ordinance, Kejriwal has been meeting opposition leaders to get their support, and they want to defeat the bill when it's brought into parliament. That is basically his effort now that this centre's ordinance was put out, and this after a very hard-fought victory at the Supreme Court for the Aam Aadmi Party for control of the bureaucrats in Delhi. That is the issue, at the key of it, at the heart of it. And now Arvind Kejriwal, very keen, and then the centre bringing out this ordinance and really overturning that Supreme Court decision, in a sense, circumventing it. And now Arvind Kejriwal very keen to defeat it in Parliament.
As far as numbers are concerned, and we have done this whole exercise, despite the opposition coming together, it might be very, very difficult for this ordinance to be defeated in the Rajya Sabha. But even if the opposition parties do come together, and when we're talking about the opposition party, let's just also understand that so far we have seen the way BSP, in fact, has not supported the opposition. So you can presume that the BSP will either stage a walkout, or will be in support as far as the NDA is concerned. Similarly, the YSRCP and the BJD as well. It is in numbers. Theoretically, it is very difficult for this ordinance to be defeated, even if all the other parties do come together. But the fact remains that if these parties do come together and there is voting and a close contest, at least that sends across a larger message of opposition unity. That is what the Aam Aadmi Party believes, and that is why Mr. Kejriwal has been repeatedly saying that this will be the test of what happens in 2024.